One of the most useful tools for me in early sobriety was definitely playing the tape forward. When the cravings, the urges would hit, when I was negotiating with myself, like maybe I can drink, maybe I can have a couple, I would stop and ask myself, what is the next 24 hours going to look like if I do decide to drink? And I would play it out very graphically. And playing the tape forward only works when you're completely honest with yourself. And what you do is you use your track record. When you were drinking, what would happen if, say, you decided to drink on a Friday night when you were probably trying not to drink, but you gave in and drank? What did the next 24 hours look like? For me, I would always I would always plan on quitting drinking on a Monday. First of all, it always fell on a Monday, new week, new me, without fail. That's what my vicious cycle looked like. And usually by Wednesday, that's when the negotiations would start. And I would somehow convince myself that it was going to be different when it never was. It would always kick off a 5-day bender. So when I first quit, the early stages of sobriety, that's what I had to use. That's the track record I had to use and be very honest of what did it end up looking like. Because for me, it was never one or two drinks or even just a bottle of wine. It was multiple bottles. It was blacking out and then waking up the next day and all the anxiety and regret, and then got a drink to get rid of all that anxiety, and then it would just snowball day after day after day, and then Monday would roll around again and I would be like, oh, I need to quit drinking, I can't do this anymore, and that vicious cycle went on and on and on. That's how I would play the tape forward. And I would always add things into, like I'd probably start a dumb fight with my spouse, call someone, do some impulsive shopping, drive while under the influence, just those kind of dumb things too that I would do while I was under the influence. So playing it forward, and usually that would talk me down from the craving or the urge, but if it came back, I would do the same thing over and over again. And over time of being mindful and making the effort and playing the tape forward, it became almost a default in my thinking, to where now if I ever thought about drink or the thought, it my brain automatically plays the tape forward. I trained my brain to do that. So it's a powerful tool. If you're trying to quit drinking and you're struggling, when those cravings and urges hit, set a 30-minute timer on your phone, maybe go for a walk, and while you're walking, play the tape forward. And if the craving or urge kind of subsides a little bit and it comes back, keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it'll get you through the night. And then you'll wake up the next morning in that delayed gratification, so thankful you didn't drink, and keep doing that and keep doing that. And it builds. So over time, it becomes a natural way of thinking for you.